So I just found this in my chair at the movie theaters. I'm gonna take it out and give it to them.
Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Walker Farm Fam. Thanks for stopping by. We are introducing you to the newest farmer. This is Farmer Ranso. He is the tallest farmer we have ever met. But if you believe that, we've got oceanfront property in Oklahoma that we want to sell. But today, we're gonna work on the fence behind us. You wanna show them the fence back there? So we have had this temporary fence up for probably 2 or 3 years. It's time to take it down, but we're fighting the rain today, and I'm about to lose some help. Where are you going, Ransom?
Movies.
Ransom's going to see the movies. Ranger, where are you going?
Friend's house.
He's going to a friend's house for a birthday party. But we've got our tools. What kind of tools is this?
Pliers and cutters.
So I've got some cutters, needle nose pliers. I'm gonna use the cutting part. Ransom, what do you have?
Wire cutters.
Some good cutters. Let me show them. Let go. I got Ransom some cutters. Ranger has his cutters. So we'll go show you what we're doing. So what we're gonna do is try to remove all of this old wire right here from these panels. I wanna reuse these panels out in the donkey pen. So anywhere there's a wire, we're gonna go through here and take the wire off or cut the wire and then save the wire. I already put up this temporary fence to keep the ducks and everybody in. So we're gonna take this fence out a little further and get to work.
Grab it and pull down.
So where you wanna cut it at is right in the middle. Like,
Yeah, I cut it like here.
okay. Did you figure out how to cut it?
Can you get that off?
Let me show you. Go right to the middle of it and squeeze tight, just like that. See how that cuts? And then you grab your wire and throw it in there. So we're gonna keep working on this a little bit. We'll try to show you hopefully all the fence down a little bit later, but it looks like the rain is moving in, so we'll just have to see how far we get. But while we're working, I wanna show you guys how I'm staying comfortable right this moment. You guys know we just got back from a trip to Washington, D.C., and I may have had a slight advantage over my wife.
He did.
And that was with my feet, not just my shoes. I had some good shoes on, but I was wearing my Camel City Mill merino wool work socks. So we found out that these socks are not only good for a 14-hour work shift, but they're also good for a 14-hour hike through our nation's capital. And I think it was very fitting that I wore these in the nation's capital because they are 100% USA made, North Carolina, with American wool and American factory. These came straight from the factory, just for you, Cassie.
And now I think we need to go on another adventure so I can put them to the test.
So while Cassie puts them to the test, she can test them out for the next 10 years because that's the durability guarantee they come with. Guaranteed to last you 10 years. So if you're tired of sweaty feet like I was, and if you want to do something nice for your wife, go ahead and order them a pair of Camel City Mill Ironside merino wool socks. The link is going to be down in the description, and we even have a special code. Use code WalkerFarmFam to save 10% off of your purchase. Oh, this panel has not been moved in a long time. It's stuck to the ground. Yeah. Mine are probably better. So these, all you have to do, you just put the little tip against it, like this, and snap, and snap it.
Dad.
What? Hang on, there's one more. What, buddy? So you just can't do it hard enough. That's the problem, okay? Once you drag this panel back, see this little panel leaning against the fence? Once you drag it back, that'd be a good job for you. Sorry, bub. Looks like we're about ready to get rained on. So part of my entertainment while I work is our new alpaca, which we have a name. His name is Cash. But look at him. I think he's got the zoomies. He's been running around the different cows and calves and everywhere in between. Yep, there he goes again. Oh, back to mom.
So me and two of the kids are going to watch a movie, but I maybe left the house a little bit early to make another stop. Don't tell Gary. What do you want to look at? I've always said that you guys should have got this instead of the go-kart.
Yes, exactly.
No, it's wet. You have a wet booty the whole time.
The seat's not wet.
You guys both fit in it?
I don't know why is he the one driving.
I've always said that these are super cool and we need one, but I do agree with Dad. He thinks it'd be easy to turn over or flip because of the way they're designed, but they're pretty cool, aren't they? All right, let's go inside and see what we can find. What'd you say?
I can't keep you back.
You hear him? Uh-oh, he hears them. You following the noise? It's an actual bird. We've been tricked.
There's actually a bird.
I know, it's up there.
Where?
We've been tricked.
It's up there.
Now let's go find the actual chickens.
Okay, they're over here.
You think so? Oh, there is rabbits. What kind?
Ducks.
Assorted ducks.
And then ducks.
Geese. Special order. Chicks available. Ask customer service desk for details. So you have to special order chicks? Huh. Okay, so there's assorted heathens? Heathens? I don't know. Chicken assorted.
These are $4. We can get them.
$4. Pullets assorted $5.99. So they're not going to tell you what kind you're getting. That stinks. Only want certain kinds. I don't want just anything. All right. Well, we didn't come away with anything alive. Ransom got some new shoes. Me and the kids got some snacks. Now it's movie time.
Yep.
You want to tell them what we're going to watch?
Minecraft.
The new Minecraft movie. Mazzy and Ransom's pick. All right, you see it? Oh, we're gonna watch the King of Kings with Church.
I saw them.
And then there's, oh, Minecraft has 3 different pictures. So I just found this in my chair at the movie theaters. I'm gonna take it out and give it to the workers, but I am so glad I did not sit down on that. That is crazy.
So a little update. The rain has come, the rain has gone, the sun has shined. I don't know if you guys have heard the saying, but when the sun shines while it's raining, there's going to be rain tomorrow, and there's rain forecasted for tomorrow. But I have all the panels down, so all the old panels are down, and I have a string up right here. But I thought while there's a break in the rain, it's probably best that I go ahead and go feed all the animals. That way I don't have to do that in the rain and the feed don't get wet. So really, all that's left now, we have our posts that go in. Our wire needs to be strung up, a barbed wire across the top. And then that gate's going right here. And a new gate over there. So we're getting there. Hopefully Cassie and the kids are enjoying the movies. But we're going to check on the animals, see where everybody's at. Hey girls, hang on. So with all the sheep eating, that gives the turkeys a chance over here and ducks to get their food. Rowdy, you and that sheep having it out. There's 3 of the turkeys, 2 of the ducks. With spring being here, the ducks and turkeys are starting to set on eggs. So I usually walk around and see if I can find their nest, see who's setting where, and tell Cassie if she wants to get the eggs, now's the time. So we'll look right here. Don't see anybody. Oh, there we go. That little duck is probably broody, is what I would call it. I'm gonna go ahead and give her, here you go, baby. There you go. Look at that. Give her a little bit of food. I guess that's kind of like breakfast in bed, isn't it? That little duck is eating while she's in bed. And then, let's see if there's a turkey on eggs anywhere. I usually don't spend my whole day looking for them, but no, don't see any right there. So all the animals though look like they're doing good out here. They are loving this spring weather. The rain is a kind of a setback to my project, but that's okay because we need the moisture so desperately bad. If we want to have a good cutting of hay, we have to have rain right now in the month of March. But Cash has been on the move. He has been on the move, honey. I don't know how you feel about that. So we'll check on the hay meadow real quick as we walk over. Hay meadow is greening up really well. The pond, by the time we end this video, we'll bring you guys down and take a look at the pond and see what it's done. So there you go, June. June and Loretta get theirs, and then we'll come over here. Mr. Jake, what do you think, big boy? You doing okay? Let's check your water. Jake has plenty of water. He says, I am not worried about water, I'm worried about food. Well, hang on, let me dump your water out of your food dish. Now Big Jake gets to eat. I didn't forget about you, Benny. Here, come over here. I've still got some grain for you. Man, this is wet even in here under the barn this far. The wind was really blowing in wind last night. It's still got a little bit wet. Come on, Benny. That's okay. All right. So everybody out here, all the big guys have food. Let's go check on Faith and Dolly real quick before we finish up out here. So Faith has been weaned now for, I think, about 5 days, maybe 6 days. Her and Dolly have settled down really well and they're getting along. I had to come in here to get the water out of their little feeder too, but she's doing good. It's gonna be a big girl now. Piles. Faith, over here's your girl. And they don't fight though, they get along pretty well. So that is all of the animals out this direction. Now let's go check on the cows. I already kind of looked at them over the fence, but we'll go give them some feed and get the chickens taken care of. And so far we're good. Hasn't rained on us. Get back. You guys are all right. Get back though. Back. That's all. Back. 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 Go the other direction. Watch out. All right, there's a good look at the new life on the farm. Really hard to beat. All these beautiful calves. Hey girl. Hi. Hi, baby. She's like, what are you doing talking to my babies? I'm not gonna bother them. I'm just talking to them, okay? Some good moments. Oh, you got a friend, Shelby? You and Bonnie, buddies? Go ahead, Bonnie. Just don't hurt her, okay? You can be friends. You guys both have that pattern, good-looking designs on you, don't you? All right. So always come out here and do my count to make sure we have the right amount of cows. What are you doing, little bull? What are you doing, buddy? You gonna let me scratch you? You're awfully gentle for a little guy. Huh? You gonna let me scratch you? That's odd. You're pretty gentle. I like that. I like that for a little guy. Yeah. So it won't be long. This one will be going to the sale barn. Mama needs to get a little bit of a break, and well, we'll get a little bit of a profit. So that's what happens on the farm. It's farm life, people. Sooner or later, they're all gonna go one way or the other somewhere. Not you, Pepper. We'll keep you a long time. Well, we're already halfway there, so while we're down here, we're gonna run down to the creek and look at the water gap, see how much water is flowing through it. Well, water's flowing pretty good, but I'm gonna mess around and get stuck if I'm not careful, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in four-wheel drive right now. Now you can see we're about 8 inches from, probably 8 inches from hitting the metal right there. So while I'm down here too, sorry, I'm getting off on a rabbit, chasing a rabbit here, but people saying you shouldn't roll your hay bales out. I want you guys to look. This is where I rolled the hay bale out. So I'm gonna show you the difference. Roll it out on bare ground, all through here. Look how there's no erosion going on. You've got green grass popping up out of nowhere. And then you get down here to where I didn't roll hay out, and look at that. Now, over there to the left, right through here, I rolled out hay. Right here, I didn't get any hay rolled out. Huge difference. So that's why I roll out hay. It reseeds the land. It puts organic material back on the land. It helps grass grow, makes grass grow in thicker. Just all kinds of benefits, but it's hard to explain that in the middle of winter when everything is dead. A little easier to see it though after the fact. I mean, whenever you see where hay was rolled out versus where hay was not rolled out. All right, we just moved. You can see the ground they were on, fresh new grass. Now they get their treats. No matter what, our chickens love the scratch, whether they're in the chicken tractor or not in the chicken tractor. So I try to give them a little scratch either way. Get over here to a spot where I can get in here without them getting out. Watch out, girls. Hey, hey, get back. So I'll throw some up to the ones on top, and the rest falls down to the ones on the bottom, and they all get a little bit. So we didn't get as many today as the last time. The last time I gathered eggs, we got 18 eggs, but today we got 14 eggs, which is still a great amount of eggs for us, and the amount that we use and the amount that we want to give away. So the girls are doing good. I think they've got probably one more day right here. I try to move them about every 3 days, and then I'll take this chicken tractor and I'll move it back that direction, back behind the bus. So it's all looking good though. Shelby, if you guys didn't know, I think I said earlier, she's scared of the storm, so she stays right beside me when there's storms in the area. She's just that way. We've had dogs like that before. Bella, on the other hand, could care less. She's not scared of the storm. She'll go right out in the middle of them. So So there is the pond update for today. Looks like it's up over some rocks, not quite to the top yet. Probably, I'd say in that back corner, about 2 foot deep, but we're expecting to get more rain tonight. So let's see what happens. Is the water gonna go up? Is it gonna go down? Hopefully it goes up. Hopefully I'm not the only one like this. Got ahead of myself a little bit. I forgot to put my braces in, my cross braces, onto my H. So I had a post here, started putting the wire up, and I did not have my brace in the middle. So went ahead and added those braces. I got in a hurry because, well, I just think rain's gonna come again at some point. So I got that H brace finished up. So now got my top wire in, H braces are done, got my post secured. So now it's time for the wire. So this is the last step. We'll get this wire tightened up. I say last step, I still add my gates, and I'll come back later and cut off these top of these posts once I know exactly when I'm finished. I'll have to get something taller out here, cut them off about like this, but looking good so far. I got quite a bit of progress done. The rain is holding off for the most part, and this will look so much better once it already looks better without all that temporary fencing in here, but it's going to look so much better when we're done. This is the next day, and we are getting more rain. Look at all that water collecting in the fields. I bet we are probably up to 4 inches in the last 2 to 3 days. And I have zero complaints because we need it. All right, I had to drive out to get some stuff for a mission trip fundraiser that Ranger's going on. I had to get bottled water and some other stuff, so I thought I'd show you guys the creek. It is up over the road, running out of the banks. Still not too bad yet. It gets much higher than this. But there it is. Lots and lots of rain. So it rained all morning, but guess what? We're still out here. That's what farmers do.
Farmers don't quit. There's no days off. There are some days that Cassie stays in the house though.
And I'm walking backwards because the wind is blowing from that direction. But if you saw our last video on catching up with the walkers, you saw our new chicken tractor. But if you didn't, guess what? You're about to see it now.
You need to go watch the other video too.
All right, we'll make it quick. It's cold.
Yeah, so this is the marketplace find. We went back and secured some things, tightened some things up, and literally we put them in yesterday, and we just had one of the worst storms overnight that we could, and it's done just fine. So it has this so far up, so if a predator comes, it's trying to get here and here. Not much else. So back here we got our nesting boxes, and everything's just kind of, how's it working? What do we need to adjust? But we're not going to put a lot of time, money, and effort into it if this is going to work just fine. So far so good.
All right, and here is a place for them to roost, right inside that door right there. So
yeah, and the movability for this one, because it has so much of this steel, it's got a chain up here. Put the chain on the ball of the side-by-side, drag it.
all right.
So movability by using it, that is simple. By hand, not gonna happen.
So at 8 o'clock last night, I decided it was a good idea to go to Tractor Supply and get the gate I needed, so I wouldn't have to go today. But before we finish up our project and end it, we're gonna go down to the pond and check it out real quick. See how much water's in the pond.
And just because it has water in it doesn't mean that's gonna hold it.
No.
Even a mud puddle fills up when it rains. It's if in a week or two, 3, whatever, it continues to have water in it, then it's holding water.
Correct. So more than yesterday for sure. I might need to kind of fix that to where that drains into the pond, but almost all the rocks are covered up. So here's a good look at it. Well, now let's see if it holds water or not.
Muddy one.
But Cassie, last night you guys went to the movie theater. You want to tell us about that knife a little bit more?
Yeah, once we got out of the movies, I forgot to talk about it more and things. But so myself and the kids, we enjoyed the movie. It was funny. It was entertaining. It was a good movie. There was some language, so if you're taking young kids, you need to know that. But I don't want to recommend a movie and then someone be like, Cassie didn't tell me that. But I got in there and I told the kids, I said, I'll sit in between you guys. That way I can help with popcorn or whatever. So when we got in, I set my popcorn down and put my cup of my drink and was getting them settled and handing them their stuff. And it wasn't pitch black, but you know, when you go in, it's already kind of dark at the beginning. And so with what little light was shining, when I looked at my seat, I could see it shining. I didn't think knife. I just knew something was in my seat. And so I grab it, and that's when I realized it's a knife. So I'm just really glad that the kids weren't sitting there, but I'm also glad that I didn't sit on it and get poked in the rear end, because it was a fixed blade, fairly long. I'm gonna say someone had a knife sheath in the movie before, and then I assume they cleaned in between, but I'm gonna say they didn't clean real well. But whoever's knife sheath that it was in, I don't think it was secured. But could have been dangerous, could have been really bad. I think it was a complete accident, but it did scare me, and it got me a little heart pumping a little bit. Actually went out in the lobby and turned it in and told them, and they were like shocked and apologizing. And Dutch was in the lobby, and I was like, look what just happened to me. So it was pretty crazy.
Keep coming.
Sure, I'm not too close to that over there? Where do you work the winch over here? Does it have to be on?
Yeah, the switch has to be on.
They're not started?
Nope.
Push it forward?
Yep, keep going.
You just go nice and easy, buddy, if you can get them up. Or,
Okay. You have to back up some.
when he falls into half of it, you're going to snap it in the middle, okay? I'll show you.
Okay, that's good. Now go the other way. Hey, hang on. Okay, go ahead.
Slow?
Yeah, a little bit more. Just kind of bump it every once in a while. Hang on.
Mom, are you hitting the brake too?
I have the parking brake on.
You should
Okay,
put it
a little bit more.
Here, I'll put it in. Or no, it's
You're good. Hey,
parking brake's on.
Alright. So what we did is Cassie took the side-by-side winch and we stretched our fence. So we're going to come through here and kind of make sure it's tight as we can get it. But you can't put too much pressure here because it will just bend, and we don't want that either. So you got to find that happy medium of tight enough versus messing it up.
Yeah. I knew I bought this thing for a reason.
The winch has really paid off. I think it's the second time we've used it. So one good thing about working with wood is we can just steeple it right to the wood, and we get to keep our tight fence. So that's what we're going to do now. Go ahead and steeple it, but man, it is windy. So windy and so cold. All right, Cassie and Ransom have been cleaning up little boards and whatnot, and we have it stretched and tied on. So it looks pretty good, especially.
Don't worry, we'll bend the ties over.
We'll bend the ties over, Cassie says. So I use my drill ties. I call them drill ties. They're you use a drill bit and a fence tie like this. The reason I did that is because you just don't have a lot of room to work around these panels to twist the wire back around with a traditional tie. So it looks really good though, and now we'll just keep working. I think I'll just wait until I'm finished and show you guys the final product. Well, that took longer than expected, and it's got colder as the day went on, but finally finished. Let me show you guys. I think it looks a lot better. So we have our gate. We tried to keep it as low to the ground as possible because we don't want any animals to go under, and it swings. I checked it, it swings all the way to the inside, so we're good there. And then over here, we have our other gate. I just moved it from there to here. So Cassie and Ransom did a good job of picking the area up. So I think it's time. You girls ready? You want to come in? Boys? I think it's time to let the goats in. Rowdy's walking in so confused. I could have swore there was a fence here 5 minutes ago. There you go. Now they're getting it. So we're not going to do it on this video. So we'll be putting our panels to use for working pins later on, but for right now, we're going to let them graze this area and have full access. Here's what it looks like on the backside. So we have finally got my drive-through gate. I wanted a drive-through gate for years. Finally got it. So that's it for the day. I have to go in and eat lunch. I think it's 3 o'clock and I still haven't ate lunch yet. I wanted to get this done. Go eat lunch. I got to come back out and do chores. So, but don't forget, if you're interested in Camel City Mill, I'm wearing the socks right now. The link is going to be down in the description. You can go check it out. My feet are nice and warm right now. I don't have to worry about them being sweaty or wet. But we thank you guys for following along. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.